Hello and welcome back. This is the second part of the first lecture on plotting the story world of In the Flood. Now we are in Chennan's dog's story and we are looking at the events that fill out the story and also that complicate it and also move it towards its resolution. I want to go back to a couple of events so that you kind of recall the things that have happened before. So we did take a look at the activities of some of the frogs on the rooftops, and then we had a look at the recitation of the Ramayana and its implications for the people who are caught in the flood, and we did observe some carcasses floating in the waters. So all these events set up the story world as well as kind of complicate it and move the story along towards its resolution, whatever that may be. And as I said, events kind of also help the readers anticipate about the things that are going to come or happen in the story, and they also complicate the set of events. In this part of the story, we have a boat appearing in the morning. It's a very interesting event because for the first time the dog is getting excited about the possibility of getting away from the floodwaters. So we have a small boat that appeared in the distance and steadily drew closer. It moored under a coconut tree close to the hut. The dog wagged its tail, stretched, yawned, growled under its breath. The man in the boat climbed the tree, lopped off a coconut, sliced it open, drank its contents, and then rode away. So as soon as the boat appears, the dog is ecstatically happy, which you can see from the lines which tell you about the dog wagging its tail, stretching its body in anticipation of getting onto the boat, and it also growls, which is possibly something to do with happiness, not to do with anger. And it's very interesting that while the dog is highly excited, the man in the boat he does something totally contrary to the dog's expectations. He climbs a coconut tree, slices off a coconut, and then drinks the coconut water and disappears. So a very nice contrast that builds the pathos in the situation. While the man is blissfully unaware about the anticipations of the dog is kind of waiting for the man to respond to the crisis the dog is in. If we look at the scene through Bremond's theory of actualization or non-actualization, we have a possibility or an alternative in the appearance of the boat, and while it doesn't give the dog an escape. So there is a non-actualization of that possibility, which results in a failed dream for the dog. However, if we contrast this scene with Chennan's situation at the beginning of the story, we can clearly see that his desire is realized, his desire is actualized, which doesn't happen in the case of the dog. There is a non-actualization of the next stage in the narrative, and therefore the narrative just floats along, hoping for other events to kind of intervene and bring it to its teleology or end. Now again, another boat appears in the story. It happens in the afternoon. A small rowboat drifted by with two men in it. The dog began barking joyfully, jumping up and down in its happiness. Its demeanor, the way it was trying to express itself, seemed almost human. It went down to the water's edge, ready to jump into the boat. So there is almost a mirror of the previous boat scene, and we can see that the dog is again very joyous. It barks excitedly, it jumps up and down in happiness, and even its cries, its whining and its barking seems almost human according to the narrator of the story. And it goes down to the water's edge on the rooftop and is ready to jump onto the rescue boat, or what it thinks is a rescue boat. There are two occupants in that boat, and one of them is slightly sympathetic towards the dog while the other one isn't. And this is the conversation that happens in relation to that scene. He says, one of the men said, "Look, a dog." And the dog began to whimper in a peculiar key. It was almost as though it was responding to the compassion in the man's voice. Let it be, said the second man. The dog tried twice to jump onto the boat, and it was rebuffed both times. The dog howled. It was heart-rending. In this scene, we can clearly see through the words that the narrator does want us to realize how pathetic the dog's situation is. If you look at the words howling, heart-rending, whimper, all these words clearly indicate the emotional distress that the dog is suffering. And this emotional distress is nicely contrasted with the apparent heartlessness of the men who don't want to take this dog on board for whatever reason they might have, but we don't know these reasons. They're not clearly explained. We just see some indications, certain words that hint that the men do not want the dog on board. That's about it. So this scene, contrary to the first scene in which the boat appears in the morning, intensifies the interaction between the dog and the human. If you go back to that earlier scene where a boat appears in the morning, there is no interaction per se between the dog and the man who drinks the coconut water. They are almost like two boats, metaphorically speaking, passing each other. There is no interaction. However, in this particular scene about the boat in the afternoon, there is an interaction where one man responds to the dog situation, and the dog kind of tries to get the attention of the men on the rowboat by trying to get onto the boat, but it is kind of repulsed or pushed away. There's a clear no to the dog here in this scene, whereas in the previous scene with the boat, the man doesn't even appear to notice the dog on the horizon. And this particular scene is especially pathetic because of the clear refusal that the dog suffers at the hands of the men who can rescue this dog, who have the power to rescue this dog. And that increases the pathos in this particular moment in the story. Again, if we look at this particular moment through Bremond's theory, we see another close possibility for the dog to be rescued from the floods, but again this is non-actualized or non-realized. So this rebuttal, this refusal that he gets from the two men again makes his dream a failure, a dream to escape from the flood a failure, a clear failure, and the crisis for the dog continues and the narrative floats along, so to speak. Now we have another boat coming in. So 3 times boats appear very interestingly in the story, and the last time it appears is at night. And this is, as I said, a repetitive pattern which has a lot of symbolic significance, which I kind of unpack in one of our later sessions. So this boat kind of highlights this symbol of rescue, highlights the vulnerability that the dog is in, and its desire for escape. Escape is so close, with the boat so close, but it's again out of reach because the men refuse to save this creature, and the narrative plods along until something else comes to intervene in the critical situation and rescues the dog, or fails to rescue it. So the third boat that we see at midnight is heavily loaded with coconuts and bunches of bananas, and that in itself is an indication that this is no ordinary boat. And this boat stops beside a banana tree close to the hut, and there's very clear indication that this is a boat that has a lot of stuff, stolen goods on it. So the dog leapt at the thief who was trying to steal Chennan's bananas. The man tumbled down into the water, the dog with him. The thief's companion pulled him onto the boat while the dog swam back to its rooftop. It clambered back on and shook the water off its coat, barking furiously all the while. The thieves lop all the bananas off the trees and load them onto the boat. So the dog tries to prevent this robbery from happening pretty violently, pretty vigorously, and it attacks the man, and one of the thieves who tries to steal the stuff falls into the water, and he gets back onto the boat while the dog climbs back onto the rooftop. Then one of the men got onto the roof and advanced threateningly towards the dog. This is the second part of the attack or the fight scene that happens in the story. It attacked him immediately and sank its teeth into his leg. Howling in agony, the man jumped back into the boat while his companion took hold of an oar and brought it crashing down on the dog's head. The animal yelped and retreated. So we can clearly see that the victory is not with the dog but with the thieves who attack the animal, and the animal retreats as if it's retreating from battle, unable to bear the violence that is inflicted on him by the two men, by the two thieves. What's interesting about this incident is firstly that the dog realizes that this is not a rescue boat. It is not excited to see the men on the boat. Here it's not wagging its tail, it's not mistaken. It is furious, and it becomes violent pretty soon on seeing that the men are trying to rob his master's property. And you can characterize this struggle as a kind of an epic battle between this animal, this guardian of the house, and the men who come to attack the home and steal it of its property. And I would call this one of the high points of the story, the climax almost of the story. So we can clearly see that the purpose of the boat on the scene is not only to rob but to attack this protector of the home, and the protector does offer fierce resistance, and they become angered by this righteous resistance offered by the dog, and they try to repay the dog in kind by attacking it. So this scene not only offers a sort of a realization of a possibility of an escape, but it offers a more cruel act of non-actualization. This is very cruel because the humans are the only ones who have the capacity to save the dog from this vulnerable situation, but they are the ones who inflict the maximum agony on this creature. So to wrap up this incident, the boats fail to give the dog its desire. The boats don't offer any kind of succor or salvation. Instead, something else tries to offer that, which is the carcass, the dead body of a creature floating in the flood waters. The carcass offers a promise of salvation. This salvation is about appeasing the dog's hunger. We got to remember that this dog is stranded on the rooftop for hours together, and it is apparently hungry. So when it sees the carcass floating in the waters, what it tries to do is it tries to eat it, and this incident becomes a catalyst which moves the narrative towards its teleology, towards its conclusion, towards its end point. So this is the moment, the very interesting moment, one moment of salvation almost, metaphorically speaking. An enormous bloated carcass of a cow drifted up to the house. Again, the idea of drifting up, gently moving towards the house. If you recall one of the earlier incidents in connection with the crocodile also gently moves alongside the rooftop. So this drifting up, gently moving are very, very interesting words that kind of convey a particular idea on the mind of the reader when its impact is totally otherwise, the other side of it. So the carcass drifts up to the house and is snagged on the roof. It's caught on the roof, galvanized into activity. It is energized into activity. The dog's tail wagging, grunting, the dog rushed down the roof to where the carcass was still within reach and began tearing at the flesh, stating its terrible hunger. So the dog eats greedily, as you can see from its hurried eating of the meat from the carcass. Just then, with a loud cracking noise, the entire carcass was dislodged from the roof. So there is some imbalance in the rooftop that probably brought on by this jarring movement of eating that the dog does of the carcass, and this whole set of movements dislodges the carcass as well as the dog from the roof, and the dog which was eating from it went with the roof. The carcass rolled over in the current and the dog disappeared from view. Now, one could only hear the sound of the gushing wind, the cacophony of the frogs, the noise, the confused noise of the frogs, and the sibilant, the silky whisper of the waves. There was no other sound. The carcass takes the dog with it, and everything disappears into the water. So we can see at a very simple level, the flood itself offers a resolution. It's a resolution, all right, but it's a cruel resolution, because the resolution doesn't mean happily ever after for the dog, but means death, a tragic death, death by drowning, death by being eaten by the crocodiles. So the carcass in the flood tempts the dog to its death. So the carcass in the flood waters becomes this larger catalyst, and that kind of resolves the plot. It's very interesting that the story doesn't end here. It doesn't stop here. If it had, there would have been like two stories floating by in this narrative, in this text called In the Flood. One will be the story of Chennan, the other will be the story of Chennan's dog. So what the narrator, what the writer does is he brings Chennan back into the story at the very end. So once the rains have stopped, once the flood waters have receded, Chennan returns to the place where his hut once stood, and this is what he sees. Under one of the coconut trees, he saw the corpse of a dog gently rocking in the eddies of the shallow water. Chennan turned it over with his foot to check if it was his dog. He thought it might be. One of the animal's ears was missing. You couldn't even tell what color the dog was, for its skin had rotted and sloughed away. So Chennan comes back, finds his dog dead and gently being rocked in the waters. So as I said, the two stories merge here. They kind of entwine at this point in the narrative, and it's clear that Chennan has escaped because he's there physically watching his dead dog in the waters, in the shallow waters, while his dog is not that lucky. It suffers a tragic end. So the alternate possibility, the possibility of getting away, is awarded to Chennan, while it is not realized for his dog. There's no possibility but death for this creature. So with Chennan returning to the story, the outer story, so to speak, Chennan's story kind of envelopes the inner story. It takes the inner story inside into its confines, and Chennan apparently looks impassively at his dead dog. We do not know what he thinks. If we go back to that earlier description, which is very, very interesting and which I kind of evaluate quite later on in one of our other sessions, but if you look at this passage right now, you can see that there is no mention of what is passing through Chennan's mind right here, so which is very interesting in itself. And with Chennan standing by, looking at his dead dog, is the tragic tone minimized? It's a question that we need to ponder on, or is it intensified? That's also another very interesting question to dwell on and seek answers to. The last lines are again very interesting because the death of the dog is portrayed in a very, very gentle manner, with the dog being rocked as if it's rocked by a cradle or by the arms of a mother, as if it's being put to sleep. And it's almost as if the dog had willingly quit its life, shed its wrappings, its skin, and its ear and things like that, and is almost waiting for its next birth. Death in all its gory aspect is kind of toned down. It's smoothed away to give a very, very peaceful veil to this dog, which it seems to be apparently sleeping. And at the end, the writer makes the flood as the most obvious villain in the story, because the flood offers the carcass, and the dog becomes tempted by the carcass. It starts to eat it, and it falls into the waters and is eaten consequently by the crocodiles as well. So the flood becomes the easy monster there, while there are other monsters lurking behind the flood as well, something we need to think about deeply too. And by making the flood the easy villain, the easy monster, the apparent evil one, the writer makes it seem as if it's nobody's fault, as if the death of the dog is nobody's fault. That seems to be one very easy interpretation to take away from this story. Thank you for watching. I'll catch up with you in the next session.